Progress is being made to fast-track the rebuilding process in Yobe State. The Yobe State government is working with the Dangote Foundation to resettle the victims. 10 trucks of food donated are to be distributed into IDPs in Gujba local government area of the state.
Internally displaced persons in Gujba local government area of Yobe State waiting eagerly to receive relief materials donated by the Dangote Foundation. On ground to supervise the distribution are the state deputy governor and chairman of the Rehabilitation, Reconstruction and Resettlement of the Internally Displaced Persons, Abubakar Aliu, top government functionaries and the donors. Kyari Batarama is the chairman of Gujba local government. According to him, the return of peace to the community has turned around the fortunes of his people.
Permit me to also express our appreciations on the state government's massive rehabilitation of health and educational facilities, which have even resulted in the resumption of activities in some of the insurgency-affected settlements. I am happy to inform you that the return of peace achieved in this area had enabled some of our farmers to engage in their activities, and they gladly recorded bumper harvests during the outgoing cropping season.
The managing director of the Dangote Foundation, Mrs. Zuera Yusufu, says the foundation will help restore basic health facilities in the community while it continues to assist with the provision of relief materials.
We're already working in Yobe State with regards to the polio eradication and routine immunization work that we're doing with the Gates Foundation, so we're already supporting there. We've supported with distribution of relief materials now, which is food that we're bringing for the IDPs and some of the returning IDPs, which we happen to have in this state. And then the next thing that we're also going to be doing is helping to rebuild some of the primary healthcare facilities that have been destroyed by Boko Haram.
And from the state authorities comes this heartfelt thanks for the gesture.
I have mentioned the numerous communities that we are going to reach with the materials. They are mainly food items, and this will go a long way in assisting the people.
Rice, spaghetti and sugar were some of the items distributed by the foundation.
Staying in the northeast, the Nigerian Air Force is stepping up its fight against insurgency as the 37 Base Service Group is conducting a 2-day light shooting exercise that will make its men battle ready and ensure the functionality of their weapons. The exercise is taking place at the military range in Adamawa State. Air Force Commander 37 Base Services Group Air Commodore Haruna Umaru Mohammed says it's in compliance with the directive from the Chief of Air Staff. Each soldier has a coach attached to him to ensure compliance of the rules.
Activities of insurgent and militant groups have continuously threatened the lives and well-being of the citizens. The subversive activities of this group are also gradually undermining the political stability and socio-economic development of our dear nation. In response to this prevailing security situation, especially in the northeast nation, military and security agencies have continued to fight terrorism and insurgency. For a successful achievement of this goal, the Nigerian Air Force need to be battle ready, and not only in the air, but also as it has to defend its installation, key points, vulnerable points, and the civil populace around its areas of responsibility. Consequently, Headquarters Nigerian Air Force, in a bid to ensure the functionality of our weapons, recently directed that this weapon must be test fired to ascertain their serviceability in order to ensure effectiveness when required.
Away from the northeast, but staying with security in the northwest, the president of the Christian Association of Nigeria, Reverend Shukwu Ayokunle, has accused the federal government, the Kaduna state government, and security agencies of complacency in addressing the spate of killings in some parts of Kaduna state by herdsmen. Reverend Ayokunle, who was speaking at a news conference in Abuja, says issues of security should not be handled with kid gloves, as those affected have lost their means of livelihood and property worth millions of naira. Meanwhile, some residents of the affected communities call on security agencies to redouble their efforts in maintaining law and order.
We are appealing to the government of the day. We are appealing to the Inspector General of Police. We are appealing to all the security agents. We are appealing to the governor of Kaduna State. Please and please, do your work and let us see that it is not rhetoric. It is not just mere press conference to say all is well, when all is not well. We are not infants, we are adults. Killings continue up till now.
To the southwest, the Lagos state government has taken another step towards reducing crime at the grassroots level with the establishment of the Neighborhood Safety Corps Agency. The Corps, whose membership will comprise mostly youth, will be assisting the police and other law enforcement agencies in discharging their functions at the community level. Their responsibilities include intelligence gathering, protection of lives and property, maintaining law and order. During the inauguration of the board at the State House in Ikeja, Governor Akinwumi Ambode says the initiative is to further strengthen his administration's commitments to the safety of lives and property. The board is headed by Mr. Israel Ajao, a retired Deputy Inspector General of Police.
You agree with me that the police and indeed all other security forces within the states and even the country at large are quite stretched, and some form of community or local policing is required to boost and support the great job the Nigeria police is presently doing. The creation of this agency marks another step towards ensuring the protection of lives and properties at the grassroots level. COP members recruited by the agency are meant to interact with the people at the community level. It is expected that with the visible presence of the COP members within a particular community, the likelihood of crime will be drastically reduced. The agency replaces the neighborhood watch with the responsibility of assisting the police, and they have powers to recruit eligible persons as COP members in all the local government areas in the state. However, we must emphasize that the agency is not meant to compete, but to complement the efforts of the police force.
You're watching news across Nigeria. Coming up, road construction efforts continue in Rivers State. Please stay with us.